Hey there, everyone. It is the Thursday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, the day after a big severe weather evening here across the valley. We're going to recap last night in just a second. Just wanted to do kind of briefly mention what's going on as I record this at about 2:15 p.m. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because by the time a lot of you watch this, this will be outdated information. But around 2:15, healthy-looking band of showers. No thunder and lightning with this. This is cruising through Trumbull County, Mahoning County, and into Columbiana County. The reflectivity, or the rain, is over on the left, and on the right, this is a look at the velocity data, wind speeds, in other words. The radar can estimate wind speeds, the latest and greatest Doppler radar technology here. And right along this line, where you see kind of things bowing out a little bit, we're getting some wind gusts, probably on the order of 25, 30, maybe 35 miles per hour in some spots, perhaps even 40 right around Warren. This is probably where the winds are at their strongest across the valley as I record this at about 2:15 this afternoon. Take off the wind then and just give you a kind of a broader picture here. This is a brief period of heavy rain. It's going to be a downpour for a little while as this comes east, and we'll get back to the current situation in just a second. A recap of last night's severe weather. The National Weather Service is still out surveying the damage in southwestern Ohio. This is east of Dayton. In Greene County, just east of Xenia, where they certainly had a tornado. We've seen lots of visual evidence of this, lots of pictures and scenes of damage, but they need to assess how strong that tornado was. This was, again, east of Dayton, east of Xenia last night. That is the only confirmed tornado in the state of Ohio and western Pennsylvania from last night. Other damage reports, as the data comes back up, hopefully in a second here. Maybe not, but there we go. Other damage reports were wind and hail. We did have some reports of some rotation in a couple of the storms. We got a lot of calls and comments online about the sirens being going off in the Niles area, but no confirmed tornadoes or even confirmed by the National Weather Service funnel clouds. But a few scattered reports of wind damage. We had some scattered power outages. At the H's here, reports of large hail, a lot of hail in East Palestine, East Liverpool, kind of hugging the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. A couple of reports of large hail over around the border between Lawrence and Mercer counties. So yeah, real active last night. All right, that's behind us. Here's what's going on as I record this mid-afternoon, getting close to 2:20 now. Here's our line of showers moving through, but look at this beefy band of showers. From Raleigh up through central Virginia into the mountains of West Virginia, and then up into the Laurel Highlands of west central Pennsylvania. This is a band of showers that can produce some very strong winds, and I wouldn't be shocked if there were a couple of spin-up weak tornadoes somewhere embedded in this line throughout the course of the day today. And a severe thunderstorm watch extends from the Mason-Dixon line down through North Carolina this afternoon, so that's where most of the action is. And you can, as I bring up the pressure analysis here, the isobars, show you where our cold front is, because it is knocking on the door. In fact, this band that's pushing through as I record this is what we might call a narrow cold frontal rain band, meteorological term, because yeah, our front is right in through here. You can easily pick it out on the surface analysis, low pressure here, and where the isobars bend or kink like this, that's where the cold front is. So you can pick it out on there. We can also take off the radar, bring up the temperature analysis here, and let's get the right information up. And look how much cooler it is off to the west. We're still in the mid-60s here in Youngstown, but it's in the 40s and lower 50s in Indiana, down into Kentucky, up into Michigan. Real chilly air. This is what's coming our way for tomorrow and for the first half of the weekend as well. It's going to be noticeably cooler after this summer preview we've had lately. All right, so we've been talking about the threat for some flooding across the region over the last couple of days, specifically focusing on today. I wanted to bring up our latest high-resolution rapid refresh model here. This is a model that we only use in the real short term, going out about 12 hours. Let me bring up the latest version of that and show you the predicted radar product here starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'm going to fast forward a couple of hours. There's our narrow cold frontal rain band, Pittsburgh, and up to DuBois and Clearfield about that time. But notice by 4, the heavy rain has let up. So I'm becoming less and less concerned about a flooding problem in our Ohio counties. But as you may have seen on my blog post on ericwfmj.com this morning, western Pennsylvania, a little bit of a different story as the moisture will stick around longer, the heavy rain sticks around longer, and especially east of I-79. Let me zoom in here. I-79 runs right down through here, especially east of there, over towards Franklin City. Franklin and Oil City, Clarion, getting into some of the higher terrain there east of Mercer. There could be a couple of inches worth of rain before the day is through over there. So flooding more of a concern there, and less of a concern, I think, once you're back towards Youngstown and Warren and Niles and Columbiana, Lisbon, places like that. As I fast forward here to 8 o'clock this evening, right around sundown, I think there'll still be some light rain in parts of the WFMJ viewing area, especially maybe east of Route 11. Once we're done with sunset, the steady rain continues to push east. Still going to be raining, though, in much of central and west central Pennsylvania past sundown this evening. Tomorrow, I think, is largely a dry day. Let me start with tomorrow morning. As you get up on Friday morning, we are probably going to be dry in most spots. Maybe there's a sprinkle or two, but that's about it. We go towards the afternoon. I think any sunshine will be replaced by clouds. But if you want to mow tomorrow, if you've got a softball or golf game you want to get in tomorrow, I think you're going to be all right. It's going to be cool. It's going to be breezy. But any rain's probably going to try to hold off until very late in the day. This is at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and this is when shower chances are going to try to increase again from southwest to northeast. But largely this is going to be an after sunset kind of a deal. Here's 8 p.m. tomorrow. So bottom line for Friday, I think we'll see some sun, especially during the morning and midday. Otherwise, it's going to be a cool day, mostly in the 50s to around 60, a little bit of a breeze. Showers most likely late in the day Friday and probably even after sunset Friday evening. So the weekend's coming up, and that upper level low going to stick around on Saturday. If you can kind of envision the jet stream kind of dipping right overhead, basically, and with all that cold air upstairs in the atmosphere will be unstable. It doesn't mean we'll see thunderstorms, but it does mean that we can see showers or sprinkles trying to pop up about any time on Saturday. It's not going to rain all day, but at any point you could see a shower or a sprinkle on Saturday. Sunday, we still got this lingering trough of low pressure around the Great Lakes, and although I think there are fewer showers on Sunday, I still think we have at least a 20 to 30% chance of seeing a quick shower during the second half of the weekend. Next week looks better. This is Monday. Nothing going on here. Tuesday, GFS brings us maybe a shower along our next warm front. All right, quick look at long-range temperatures before we go. This is the 16-day GFS ensemble model here showing temperature anomalies. In other words, anomaly being the difference from the average temperature for this time of the year. Black line in the middle is average. And then the black line that moves around is the forecast. Once we break out of this cool spell, the GFS does advertise largely at or above average temperatures starting middle of next week and then taking us all the way perhaps till Memorial Day. The climate forecast system outlook for roughly the same period, the 22nd through the 27th, doesn't go out quite as far as this does, but it has a little bit below average. So there's a little bit of a war going on among some of our models in the longer range, so the confidence not real high as to what the trends will be as we get a little bit closer to Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of those trends, and I want to thank you for watching Weather for Weather Geeks on this Thursday. Thanks again for sending in all of your pictures, some great pictures. We're still sorting through them. We've gotten so many. Weatherpics at WFMJ.com, and a lot of people posted on my Facebook and Twitter sites. Thank you so much for that. You guys are our eyes and our ears in those big storm situations. I'll see you on the news tonight at 6 and 11.